Hello again, everybody. My name is Harry Langdon, and today's topic is Barbara Eden, who is everybody's favorite, especially since she was I Dream of Jeannie, and it was a real wonderful fantasy show, and she carried it off so well. And she, of all actors, she was a all-American favorite of so many people over the years. And I was fortunate enough to take her portrait pictures, her publicity pictures, frequently over a period of about 30 years. Her publicist, Jean Schwam, brought her into me originally and said, we want to get some different kind of looks on Barbara, and not just the traditional looks, but I want to get something different. And not just the I Dream of Jeannie and the little bottle and all that, which she was really good at. She's really sweet. So what we did was we started out shooting outdoors on Barbara, and she was really great, with a really young, this picture is probably about 30 years old, and she still looks almost the same today, but she's kept herself in wonderful, wonderful shape. And today I want to tell you more about her and what it takes to photograph celebrities of her caliber. Here's another one outdoors we did, and so a very sexy outdoor picture, all-American girl, and it was so much fun working with her. She's a real pro, great, easy to get smiles on, and very cooperative. And so, again, as I said, her publicist brought her into me a couple of times because she was doing an exercise magazine called Shape Magazine, and Barbara was really in good shape, and she still is, by the way, but in this case, she was in especially good shape. She borrowed my bicycle, and she looked really comfortable on it. By the way, people are going to say that's a man's bike. It's not a girl's bike. Well, we cheated a little bit. So anyway, it's another vivacious picture on Barbara. And so much fun photographing somebody like this that has their act together, and they know what they're doing, and they're confident of themselves. Because as a celebrity photographer, quite often the celebrities are not all together and not real confident. I'll get into that in a minute. So here's another cute one of her with her good figure. And so, again, just a real vivacious picture of Barbara. Barbara has not always had it easy. I read that she went on an audition at MGM, and they told her she wasn't pretty enough. And so that was sort of a setback for her, but she rose above that comment and went on with her acting classes and went on working hard. And now her success that she has achieved. I Dream of Jeannie. And a lot of people around the world are seeing her and falling in love with her. I get a lot of comments about my videos and being a celebrity photographer, and I thought I would define what that means and what is involved in it. And it's an exciting type of photography. At one time I had to decide whether I want to photograph cars or landscapes or treetops or watches or something. But instead I chose celebrity photographer because actually it was the most difficult type of photographer. One has to be adept at knowing fashion trends, about lighting styles, about color harmonies. And so that's what I specialize now in, and it's an exciting form of photography, and I want to define it a little bit more. What I have to do is I have to prepare this subject and the makeup people into knowing what hairstyles to use on a session. Sometimes my subjects and their management wants to totally change the whole look on my subjects, on my clients. And so I have to decide whether that's a good idea or not. In this case, it was with Barbara. It's a real pretty kind of a glamour look on her, and real soft lighting, and it's kind of got an old school lighting. And this is another one that's a little bit more just for a plain publicity shot I've done on Barbara, and it's real clean looking. She's really great to get good expressions on. She knows at the drop of a hat, almost intuitively. That's something that, as a celebrity photographer, one has to be very compassionate and empathetic about these people and almost read their minds to know how they're feeling and whether they are enthusiastic about what we're doing or they like to change the poses and things. So over the years, you gradually get so that you know intuitively what would be a good pose. This is a recent shot on Barbara where I thought I'd get away from just the usual typical Hollywood publicity shot, and it has a very young look to it, and it's become one of her favorites now. I'm seeing it published, and so she looks really sweet there. Remember, now she's about 88 years old, and she still looks very young. You'd have to look twice to see if it's not the same person. And here's another kind of a fun one on Barbara. This is, again, shot about 2 years ago. And so I'm so grateful that Barbara's one of my clients. And what I like to do is I remember from one shooting session to the next what my clients, what their favorite side of their face is, what kind of clothes they like, whether they are, what kind of food they like to eat, if they have some personal health challenges, maybe they're diabetic or something, but because that means I'd have to shoot faster. So it's all part of being a celebrity photographer, knowing cameras really well. These shots are done with real high-end professional cameras, digital cameras, by the way, now. And so this is another, I really like this one of Barbara. Her figure looks so slick and different hairstyles. So being a celebrity photographer is in a way, it's a compliment to be able to know how to handle these kind of subjects. And here's a shot of Barbara and we did at the end of the session. And so I hope that answers what that means to be a celebrity photographer. These are these subjects, perhaps you wouldn't notice how beautiful they are just walking down the street in their blue jeans. But when they get in front of the camera and with the right lighting and with the right savoir-faire and treating them, schmoozing them, can get them to look bigger than life. And that's the object, so they look special, not just like the girl next door. They have to look superstar quality. So anyway, I hope that answers your questions, what it's like to be a celebrity photographer, what's involved in it. You can write me and ask me more questions, and to give me thumbs up, and I hope you subscribe, by the way, to my network and to my videos. I always enjoy that, and I'll try to comment back at your comments, okay? So thank you again for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Bye.